With continuing coverage of this big national story, a man living in Oklahoma City arrested for planning and taking steps toward an election day terror attack. Afghanistan citizen Nasir Aman Tahedi now in custody after authorities say he was planning to target large groups of Americans with a suicide mission on election day. The DOJ saying he was working with an underage accomplice, his wife's younger brother. Of course, this story making headlines across the country today. We're grateful to be joined by Governor Kevin Stitt live for our 11 a.m. newscast. Governor, just wanted to start. This is alarming news for anyone who's seeing this headline. When did you first learn about this situation? What's your initial reaction?
Well, shocked, just like all of Oklahomans. Gosh, that bothered me. Shocked like most Oklahomans. I was briefed on it back in August, and Highway Patrol, the FBI were kind of monitoring this situation. They told me what was happening. We were just waiting for the perfect time before we could actually take the guy out. And so happy that we're sharing information right now, because right now we have Protect OK. It's an app that I encourage everybody to download. And if you see something, say something. And we have a system where we're sharing information across the state of Oklahoma with all law enforcement. It's really working well.
Yeah, I'll give you a second there to put that earpiece back in. We appreciate your time, Governor. I wanted to ask you, just give you a second there to put that back in.
I can hear you.
I wanted to ask you about another interview you did where you said that the suspect was planning an attack here in Oklahoma City. Can you expand on that, what you know about this potentially planned attack that was going to happen on Election Day?
Yeah, so we had some undercover agents that were able to kind of make contact with them. We knew they were talking to ISIS overseas, and were able to portray a situation where they were opening up a gun store and basically sold them some guns, firearms. So we knew we had them, and it's our understanding that they were planning on doing an attack at a polling place. And that's just the scary world that we're living in right now. So, if there's people here that are planning these things, we're going to take them out. I don't want to throw everybody in the same brush, because there's people here chasing the American dream, working hard, paying taxes, part of our Oklahoma economy. But if you're not, we're gonna punish them to the full extent of the law. And there's the people that we need to get out of our state that are doing these kind of things.
Election Day is just around the corner. Do you have a message to Oklahomans, an attack that was potentially planned on Election Day, thankfully foiled? But what would be your message to Oklahomans as we get ready to vote?
Well, that's just a scare tactic. Obviously, people that don't like our country very much are trying to scare people from the polls, and we want everybody to get out and vote. Just so thankful that law enforcement was able to apprehend and work together. And that's the real message here, is that FBI, our Highway Patrol, all of our law enforcement with our Fusion Center now is controlling information with with sheriff's offices, with municipal police departments, and we're sharing data. And that app is really important for us to talk about. It's Protect OK. You can download it. And if you see something, we want you to say something. We're monitoring the social media all over the state. If you see something in schools that you want to report. So it's really, really important that Oklahomans understand that. That is the best way that we can get all of the law enforcement on target here.
And we know, based on some of the court documents, that the Department of Justice, the FBI, also local law enforcement were involved in this investigation, ultimately this arrest. What happens next, Governor, and what role does Oklahoma play in the case going forward?
Well, I didn't hear exactly what your question was, but our Oklahoma law enforcement is working very closely with the FBI. We've got OSBI, we've got OBN. That's the whole purpose of shared services and a shared communication system. That's why I moved Fusion, which is our technology center, basically under the Highway Patrol. So we could have one set of eyes and we could feed all information in there. So I think we'll be playing a big part with the FBI going forward. They tipped us off, and then we were on top of it monitoring this situation. And just glad we got the bad guys before any Oklahomans were put in harm. But it also shows us the importance of border security, knowing who's coming into our country, keeping eyes on that, because not everybody thinks like we do. And we need to make sure that if you're here, you're chasing the American dream, and we know who's working hard and who's here.
Yeah, we know this suspect was an Afghanistan citizen who was part of the 2021 departure from Afghanistan on a special visa when he was here. You spoke just a second ago about not putting everyone under the same brush, into the same bucket, Governor. Is there something else you'd say in terms of how the state's going to take it forward from here into the future in terms of potential migrants or people that might be in the state similar to this suspect?
Yeah, this guy was not on the list of the ones that came, through the Catholic Charities and the ones that we knew about. They came out of Dallas and on a special work visa, and it's just really important that we understand, and that's something that as a state we're trying to make sure that we understand who's here, and I make sure that I know if the feds are bringing anybody into our state that they're fully vetted, and so that's just part of our job is to push back a little bit, and again. When I say don't put everybody in the same box, this is an isolated incident. We found it. We're going to punish it. We're going to get them out of Oklahoma. We're going to be vetting and looking through, making sure that we know who else is coming into our state. But there's also people that are here working hard on education visas, on work visas that are part of our economy and part of our workforce that are really trying to do the right thing. And so that's what I mean by don't paint everybody with the exact same brush.
Governor, we really appreciate your time. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt joining us to talk about this situation here this morning.